So tonight we're making chicken stir fry. For that, I've got my wok. I'm going to put that on quite a high heat and a big ring. And I'm going to pop some coconut oil in. You can use any oil you like for this, whether it's vegetable oil, olive oil, whatever your preference is. There's no need to actually use a specific kind. And I wouldn't use lard, because lard's pretty gross. So we're just warming up our pan. I cooked some noodles up earlier, they're just draining, but you can use fresh noodles if you prefer. It's just I didn't have any, this is all I had. So melting my oil around my pan, it's getting nice and warm. And I've cut my chicken strips, I've cut my chicken breast even, in strips. So I'm just going to put these into my pan. It turns down a bit, actually it's a bit too hot. Make sure they separate, otherwise they will try and stick together when you cook them. Okay, so just going to give those a few minutes to cook. Because I've used coconut oil, and I have actually used quite a cheap coconut oil, you can smell the coconut. When you use the more expensive coconut oils, they're odourless and flavourless, which is a lot better. Coconut oil is definitely one of the things that it's worth spending out that extra bit of money for. I thought I was buying a better one when I bought it, because there were no others on the shelf. So go somewhere like Hollywood and Barrett, something like that, or to a supermarket where they've got quite a few varieties so you can see the difference. You want your chicken to be cooked through, and that means it has to be white all the way through. If it's pink, that means it's not cooked yet. I'm just going to leave that for a few minutes. When you have chicken, if it's raw chicken, you can, and it's not a raw fresh chicken that hasn't yet been frozen, and you're not going to use it, you can either freeze it, put it into a freezer bag or a pot or whatever you've got, and put it into the freezer. Or you can cook it and put it in the freezer once it's cooled, or you can cook it, stick it in the refrigerator for a couple of days, no more than 3 days. 3 days is the maximum. And then if you don't use it, then you can put it into your freezer. Once you've cooked chicken, if you then freeze it, or if you reheat it, you can do that, but it needs to be hot all the way through. When you only warm it up slightly, so it's just a little bit warm, that's when you're going to get food poisoning. So if you're reheating chicken, it needs to be cooked through, so it's really, really hot. Oops, there you go, sorry. I bought a load of chicken breasts, and I didn't use them. Not all of them anyway, so I popped the last one into the freezer. And it's been there for the past month or so. I took it out and popped it in the fridge while I was at work and day to day, so it defrosted. And then I sliced it up, ready to cook. Right, whilst that's cooking, I'll show you what else I've got. So I've sliced up some mushrooms ready. I've bought a stir fry bag from Asda, with a little bit of salt as well. And then obviously my noodles that I cooked earlier on. You can also have sauces if you want. So you can make your own, or you can use a ready-made sauce. Most supermarkets do sell them. And they're usually on offer. It's usually something like 3 for £3. I think this has got it on it actually. Yeah. 3 for £3. And that's your vegetables, your noodles, and your sauce. Right, so I'm going to press this open with my, I'll show you actually. Just open this up a little bit, see in the middle, and you can see it's white all the way through and really, really hot. Because it's white all the way through, that means it's cooked. So, I'm going to add my mushrooms, sliced mushrooms, and I'm going to add my vegetables. So I'm not going to use all of them, because there are only 2 of us eating. So, use around about half that bag. I'm going to put a clip on it and I'm going to pop that into the freezer because these do freeze. I'm going to add a pinch of salt. Give it a good stir. Okay, then we'll pop the lid on for a sec so that it steams. Whilst that's steaming away, I'm just going to put my things away a little bit. Yep, but the remaining vegetables, they can go in the freezer for next time. You can cook them straight from frozen, or you can defrost it for a few hours in the fridge beforehand. Move this over so you can see. Not much steam come out of that. It's only been a minute or 2. Not even been 2 minutes, I think. So I'm going to turn this up to maximum. A bit more of a stir around. So I'm going to put the lid back on. That'll help it steam as well as fry. I do sometimes hold the lid on with my thumbs and shake it a little bit, but I don't want to burn my fingers. What you want to do is wait for the vegetables to start cooking, the mushrooms to start cooking. Then we're going to add the noodles. Once I've added the noodles, you're going to cook it just for a few seconds. And then if you're going to add a sauce, that's when you add your sauce to it. Sauce only takes probably about 30 seconds to a minute, because it is, if you buy the packet sauces, they are already cooked, they just need warming through. You can probably see by now that your vegetables and mushrooms are all starting to cook, which is great. Put that back on. The vegetables do sweat down quite a lot, so make sure that you do put enough in there, but obviously adding noodles will bulk it out a little bit. You don't want too much. Or if you do make too much, then you can always freeze it. Yeah, I have frozen a stir fry that I've made before and defrosted it and just reheated it in the wok, and it's been totally fine. No problems whatsoever with it. It doesn't go soggy, it doesn't lose its flavour, it still tastes really nice. So if you do make too much, it's always better to make too much than not enough. If you made too much, pop it into a freeze bag, in a Tupperware box, anything like that, and just pop it in the freezer. So we are back to the wok, so we're going to have a quick look at it again. Lots of steam come out of that, which is great. And you can probably tell most of all by your mushrooms. Mushrooms look like they're nice and cooked, which is fantastic. So I'm just going to add the noodles. Now, as I said, I use noodles that are from a packet that I needed to boil. You can use fresh egg noodles if you want to. They're only offer on things like this when you buy your stir fry mix. Or you can get straight to wok noodles. They are exactly the same as what you get in the stir fry buy 3 for £3. in the stir fry aisle section of the veggie aisle thingy. So don't think that you're buying something that's extra fabulous if you're buying the straight to wok, because yeah, they are exactly the same. I'm just going to leave that to cook for a sec while I get a plate. Let's move you back so you can see it's served up. I'm using a pasta dish for this, but you can use a bowl, you can use a plate, serve it in whatever you've got. Okay, it's been cooking for long enough, so I'm going to turn that off. Grab myself a fork actually to help me serve it. I'll serve up one so that you can see. Some vegetables and chicken in there as well. There you go. Yummy, healthy stir fry. Enjoy.